so many truckers. It is a beautiful sight there with the truckers, children, and women. And what is Canadian government doing? Sending all the army there with all the tankers there, police there. What is happening here, Vinayji?
My take on this is like when they see when they, meaning the Canadian government, sees that it's happening within Canada, when truckers are protesting in large numbers, they're coming in like every major city is getting, you are seeing the protest, like, you're seeing it in Toronto, you're seeing it in Ottawa, you're seeing in Quebec, you're seeing it in, in Alberta, Vancouver, everywhere, right? So this is happening. So, and Ambassador Bridge, which is the biggest, the highest traffic between Canada and the US,
Yes.
near Detroit Windsor border, that has been blocked. And now they had to go and get an injunction from the court to get these people out of there. Like, come on, this is, and they are saying the protest has become violent and people are destroying stuff. Like, I've seen it myself. I was in Toronto, like downtown, just last weekend when the protest happened, and it was absolutely peaceful because people were in large numbers. They were with their families. The kids were there. They were all playing, and I didn't see any violence of anything, any sort. And I have friends in Ottawa who are telling me the same thing. But why is the Canadian government making it a big deal? And they are stopping these. This is a democratic process. Protest is everybody's fundamental right. And if they're doing it, they should be allowed to do it. But when it happened in India, they made it a big deal. They said, "Oh, you are not allowed to. This is wrong. What Modi government is
For
doing
2 years.
there." Yeah, yeah.
And
This is
first of all,
unbelievable.
yeah, and Modi government never stopped them protesting. What
No,
did Modi
no,
government do? Did Modi government call the police? Did Modi government call the army? Did Modi
no.
government go to the court and get an order to remove them? No.
And
Modi
these
government
guys instigated and funded from Canada.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly,
So now
exactly.
All these politicians, they did it.
yes. So now when they are having the taste of their own food, now they are in big trouble because they don't like the taste. Okay.
And
So
even Jagmeet Singh made a big deal about the protest. He said, "Oh, the truckers' protest is becoming violent. It's they should go away
Yeah,
and
it
all that
is
stuff."
like
He's the guy who
Kittle
funded
calling
the
the
terrorists
coffee
in.
black,
Yeah.
He's a declared extremist who cannot enter into the largest democracy of the world because he has terrorist links. And he calling
Exactly,
other people
exactly.
terrorists is the most funniest thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
no, I mean,
Absolutely.
you know what? When like हमारे हिंदी में एक कहावत है कि चोर के घर चोर परौना, यानी कि चोर के घर जब गेस्ट आता है चोर बनके, तब उन्हें पता चलता है कि एक्चुअली चोरी क्या होती है. That is what is happening here. तो उसमें तो ये तो अच्छी बात है ना, उनको थोड़ा समझ. Yeah, but basically this is something, if they are doing a peaceful protest, why you have to go to the court and get an order? One thing. Second thing, what is the big threat that our prime minister has, that he has to leave his home and hide in some place which is unknown to public? Why? Modi ji never did that, and you don't have as many people as protesters for 2 years almost as Modi ji had in India. So then, what is the reason that you are hiding like this? If you are a prime minister, you cannot hide like this.
Absolutely.
You being a prime minister, you have to face the situation. You should come with some innovative ideas and get these people on work.
Absolutely.
Find out.
But let me ask you a question. Let me go to Vinay ji. Ask this question to him. There is a gang in Canada. They go and put langar. You know that. Where is that gang now? They are not showing up in Ambassador Bridge putting the langar. Why? Because they are not human being who is protesting there? Or what is the reason? They go everywhere and put the langar. Maybe their Baijan didn't give them permission.
Exactly. What? The irony is there are a lot of truckers who are from that community. A lot of them. And I see that in Brampton every day, and in Mississauga, in other Greater Toronto areas, right? Lots of these guys, in Vancouver, in Alberta. It's a huge, big community that actually drives trucks. Okay, but are they not supporting the truckers?
And
If
not
they were
even
truly
putting.
supporting the truckers, they should be doing langar.
Yeah,
They should be
they
doing
won't do it.
street food.
Hey.
They should be organizing all of that for their fellow truckers, right?
Absolutely.
Why
Absolutely.
are they not doing it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I will request you, Vinayji, please say me if I am wrong. I will request the Jagmeet Singh gang, please give langar, man. You did in Shaheen Bagh, you did in farmers protest. Will you
And-
so
and-
small-minded?
and-
Will Jagmeet Singh gang so small-minded? They will do langar only if there is the Bhaijans and the Appajans are there, not
No,
just
they
Jans.
will do it in India as well, because in
Yeah.
India the hijab protest has started, right? So they will do it in India again.
And the
they
funny
are,
thing
they
is,
are going to do it.
funny thing is, Mr. Dilipam, this is the other thing. I listen to Canadian news, Canadian TV channels and radio pretty much every day, and the newspapers, right? But what I'm seeing is none of them are kind of supporting this peaceful protest. They're all basically saying that none of them has the guts to publish.
No, otherwise they
anything
won't
about
get grants. Grant.
Exactly. I mean,
Taxpayer
otherwise,
money.
the government is probably going to stop their grants and their funding and whatever, right? So it is like they are in cahoots with the government, and they're afraid. They're literally afraid to talk about these things. I mean, Canadian media has no guts. This is it. I'm going to be honest about it. They have no guts.
Absolutely.
What happens, in other parts of the world, I see the US media, they will rip them apart. In America, the media is so powerful, they will rip these guys. If had this happened in America, this would, the media is very powerful there.
Absolutely.
But in Canada, they're gutless.
Absolutely. Preeti ji, last question to you. When the Black Lives Matter, BLM protest happened, Canadian Prime Minister went with the pinky socks and hugged all the LGBT and gave the picture, in Toronto, lovey-dovey, and what happened now to him? Why he is hiding?
That's my question. See, two things. He is hiding because he knows that what type of people are protesting, and he knows that the community there are many people and many other communities involved in this type of protest, yes, but then the major part is who he is supporting to protest out of Canada. And he knows that if they are given free hand, they can go up to what extent. He knows their strength, and that's why he is hiding.
Absolutely. Final thoughts, Vinayji.
Just one final thing is, our Prime Minister and our Canadian media, like I said earlier, they're gutless. This should not have happened. The Prime Minister should have sent a delegation to the truckers and asked them what their demands are and negotiated, and whatever he could offer, he offers. Whatever he cannot offer. But nobody from the government has even gone and approached these guys, and everybody is complaining that the truckers, it's become a big nuisance. Like, come on, even the truckers have a right to protest in this democratic world. Give them the chance to protest and let them protest, and give them what they need to, whatever they want. Don't hide.
Absolutely. Before you talk about democracy in Russia and Ukraine, please talk about the democracy in Canada. Mr. Prime Minister, come out of your rat hole, and meet the people. Be a man enough. You instigated with the Khalistani gang in India. You tried to topple the government. You tried whatever you wanted to do. But Modi ji was a man. And he was sitting there. Yes. He didn't run away like you. He didn't hide in the rat hole like you. He was standing there and talking to the peace toe to toe. you know, and that's what the real leader does, not like what you are doing. Please come out,
No.
and this is a good family. I just want to say you, the Indian community stands with the truckers. Indian community support the truckers and their beautiful family and the children that stand there, you know, and their needs, whatever they are demanding for must be heard by the government.
Yeah, and you know what? Like Trudeau, Mr. Trudeau, I think this is the first time ever in the history of Canada this type of big protest is there going on, right? So probably they never had any idea. They have never faced something like this previously, so they don't know what to do. I mean, they
And
are
that's why they send the
actually
military to
shocked.
crush the peaceful protest.
Yes, and they are actually shocked. They don't know the way out. They should have tested it before, then they would know. This is the first time it's happening, so he is hiding. And whenever something happens first time, if you are hiding, you will hide for all your life because you are not trying to find out a way out of it. You are not trying to come to terms with on this type of issues. So you, I mean, as a politician, you must think like, are you doing the right thing by hiding? No, he is damaging his own political career.
Anyway, thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Hare Krishna ji.